What's up, guys? So what is one tip that I have that will make you better than your peers when it comes to starting residency? And that is changing your mindset and your mentality and changing your expectation. Now, first off, I want to start off with this. It's not your fault. Basically, you've been lied to this entire process and this entire time. Now, take it from me. This is my 5th year of residency. If you guys didn't know, I am a board certified internal medicine physician. I trained in residency already for 3 years. I'm currently a 2nd year radiology resident. So now this is my 5th year of residency. There's no such thing as a happy resident. And any resident that tells you that they're happy, they're lying to you, okay? The only time you have exposure to actual residents is when you go out for the interview. And when you go out to the interview, all residents tell you that they're happy. And that's honestly not true. Actually, you know what? I take that back. It is true, because that day that you're coming there, we're also eating your lunch and your breakfast. So we get fed that day. So that day the residents are happy. But on a general basis, residency is the worst time of your career. You're basically working long hours. You're not really getting compensated financially for those long hours. And you're basically responsible for everything, okay? So you are tired. You're overworked, and that just comes with the territory. I have other videos talking about why residency is the way that it is, why we take 24-hour call, and I think this is necessary. However, despite it being necessary, that doesn't make it fun, okay? So all residents are not happy. So what you have to do is you have to keep that in mind when you become a resident someday. You have to keep the expectation realistic. You're going to work very hard. You're going to be pushed to your absolute limits. But I'll tell you what's going to happen. As you get pushed to your absolute limits, you're going to learn how much you can actually do. And you're going to end up being impressed with the amount of knowledge that you can keep in your head and the amount of responsibilities that you're able to juggle all at the same time. And at the end of the day, it's all worth it. It's going to make you a better clinician. It's going to make you a better physician. And at the end, it's going to make you confident. So when you are an attending physician and you're done with training, you're going to be confident in what you do. So at the end of the day, residency is very successful at accomplishing those goals. However, in the process of residency, you're going to be tired, you're going to be overworked, you're going to feel unhealthy, and it just comes with the territory. So one way to have a leg up on your competition, I should say, or on your peers, is that you need to go into residency with that expectation. Don't expect that during your years of residency, that's when you're going to start working out and become a bodybuilder and everything like that. Keep the expectations realistic. You know, exercise as much as you can, but don't try to pick up new crazy hobbies during your residency, because your time is limited as it is. And during residency, this is your opportunity to learn as much as you can, ask as many questions, because once you become an attending, really, our medical system is kind of set up in a way that once you become an attending, you're not really supposed to ask questions anymore. You should always ask if you're not sure, but the way that our medical system is set up here in this country, here in the United States, once you become an attending, you can't really ask as much anymore. So this is the only opportunity you have. So you have to go in with the right mentality so that you are able to better take advantage of this opportunity, which is called residency. So don't go into it thinking that, you know what, it's going to be a walk in the park and you're going to have fun and you're going to make friends. You're going to make lifelong friends. That's going to happen for sure. But you're going to put in a lot of work. And you have to remind yourself that no matter how unhappy you are during that time, the patients that you're treating are actually worse off than you. Okay? For you, you're going to finish your shift. You're going to do what you got to do. It's going to be hard, but you're going to get to go home. The patients that you're treating, they're going to stay in the hospital. So you have to always remember that. All this is for the patients at the end of the day. So that's something you really have to keep in mind. So I really think that having this slight change in your mentality is actually going to translate into making you a much better resident. Okay? You're going to be complaining a lot less. You're going to be more prone to be active in participation when it comes to rounds, when it comes to pimping, when it comes to in general. So I think just tweaking this mentality in your head where you know what, for this X amount of time, it's going to be tough, but there's light at the end of the tunnel and I have to just get through this time. That mentality shift right there A lot of people who go into residency, because like I said, it's not your fault, you're being basically lied to this entire time, they are gonna come to this realization, the same realization that I'm talking about right now, they're gonna come to that. But it might take months and months for them to actually realize that, you know what, residency was not what they expected it to be. And then they make that switch in their mind, and then they go through the rest of residency. You, on the other hand, after hearing this, can go into residency on the right foot and with the right footing. And with that, I hope that you will become a very successful resident, and your attendings and your staff around you are going to see that. So those are my thoughts for today. And yes, I'm on another call. So those are essentially my thoughts. Let me know what you think down below. Don't forget to leave me a comment and subscribe. And until next time.